Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday said that Russia has been giving Ukraine an ultimatum at peace negotiations, but said he was ready to hold direct talks with Russia's Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump any day. However, Putin openly questioned peace talks after blaming Ukraine for deadly bridge attack in Russia.
Is mounting on the diplomatic front. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday dismissed the ongoing peace talks in Istanbul, calling them senseless given the current level of delegates involved. He emphasized the need for direct talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In a bold new twist, Zelensky added that he's ready to meet both President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump any day. A move seen as an attempt to inject urgency and higher level diplomacy into the stalled negotiations.
We are ready for exchanges, but to continue diplomatic meetings in Istanbul on the level of people who do not take any decisions is meaningless. My proposal to Russians is a ceasefire until the leaders meet.
But Moscow remains firm. Russia has rejected Ukraine's call for an unconditional ceasefire, instead proposing a limited truce lasting 2 to 3 days in selected frontline areas.
They are asking for a summit meeting. But how can such meetings be held in these conditions? What is there to talk about? How can we negotiate with those who rely on terror?
Washington has issued a stern warning to Ukraine over its recent drone attacks on Russian military air bases, calling the moves dangerously provocative and risking escalation to, quote, unacceptable levels. The caution comes just ahead of Thursday's NATO defense ministers' meeting, where leaders are expected to push for a significant boost in military spending ahead of this month's summit. On the ground, the conflict has rather intensified further on Wednesday. Ukrainian forces reportedly targeted the Crimea bridge using underwater explosives, part of an operation that Kyiv says was months in the making. Kremlin confirmed the attempted attack but claimed the bridge sustained no damage. Meanwhile, Russia's military says it has seized another village in Ukraine's northeastern Sumy region, the latest in a string of gains as Moscow pushes to establish what it calls a buffer zone along the border. More than 3 years into the conflict, peace remains elusive and both sides appear as irreconcilable as ever. With agency inputs, Tripti Tripathi for DD India.